How you doing? Vincent Mezzo here from lowtechhigheffect.com. Today we're going to look at gravity boots. Back in 1980, the song Call Me by Blondie was the theme for American Gigolo. And I went to see that movie and I came out and I had to get a pair of gravity boots. So either I walked over to Paragon, because we didn't have the internet then, or my parents got them for me for the holidays. But I spent the next couple of years fabricating different ways to hang upside down with these gravity boots in my room. I recently got interested in them again, so I wanted to see what was out there. The standard gravity boot is still the same. The ones I got back in 1980 had anodized aluminum, and they have the same type of locking mechanism here. What's new on these is that they have this other lever that comes and makes sure the gravity boots stay locked around your ankles. We can see the other feature of this particular boot is that it has extra foam depending on the size of your legs, and it has a nice long hook so you're less likely to slip off of the bar, especially if you're doing some of the gentle swinging type of motions. I found a similar pair of boots, slightly smaller, still some aluminum material, very similar kind of hook here, little less padding, and here they use a cotter pin in order to keep the clasp shut. These seem very standard in terms of how gravity boots were made back in the 80s and clearly how they're still made. I found some newer models as well, and what they tend to use is Velcro. So we've got these Pro boots, which have a very wide hook, although it's not quite as long as the ones on the metal boots. And what they're using is a Velcro strap in order to keep the boot in contact with your leg and foot. Much less to carry with you if you're on the go and trying to work out in the park. Power Sports also makes a similar boot. This one, a little bit more substantial, a little bit more padding, but still it's relying on the Velcro, wrapping all the way around once and then closing. So we'll see how these feel in terms of security. Probably the gravity boot that has the most market share now is the Teeter boot from Teeter Hang-Ups. Teeter boot has a nice plastic shell, and what they've done is they've used two almost ski type bindings in order to keep the boot shut. They have a lot of padding, and they have a nice hook so that you don't slide off the apparatus, whether you're using a chin-up bar outside or whether using their inversion table or another inversion table that you might get for your home. Most of the larger boots come with a little booklet of some kind. The illustrations show you the basic exercises. We'll go over a few of the basics as well. And from the original gravity boots, I'll show you some of the 1980s exercises and books that were also available. Sometimes with the less expensive boots, you'll find that the booklets are translated either to English from Chinese or from Chinese to English or somewhere in between, so that the instructions are not always clear, though the pictures themselves are pretty clear. So let's give them a try. Okay, we're going to start off with these boots. I've been using them for a while, and they're fairly easy to get on. I don't need the extra padding. Make sure that the buckle is to the outside. Close the safety. open it up. We've got the little safety here. Buckle to the outside, close the safety. Now, in the manual for these particular boots, they show that you can put a rope to stick your foot in, and that's going to help you get your legs up until you're more comfortable just flipping up there and hooking them. So let's see how this goes. Hey, pretty secure. Feels pretty good. I feel my ankles slowly sliding down in the boots, but I don't at all feel like I'm going to fall out of them. To come up, I can grab on and bring the feet down. Yeah, all power sports. Scotty's going to give these a try. We'll see how long it takes him to figure out how to put them on. That'll be a good a good barometer for how simple they are. It all the way around once, and then they Velcro. That wasn't too hard. So I'll just stand here to spot you. Okay. If you stand up there, put one foot in, it helps you get up there. And then you can rest on that foot a little. And I'm just here in case you need me. Good. All right. There you go. So again, I would agree with what Scotty said when I had the other Velcro ones on. There really isn't a lot over the bar there, so I'd be careful in terms of any swinging type of exercises. How do they feel on your feet, Scotty?
I feel like I'm gonna fall.
Okay, well, I don't hear anything. It doesn't look like you're going to. But let's go ahead and crawl up the back of your legs to come up with your hands, and I'll help you grab on. Good, and then unhook them. Nice job. This is the first time I'm trying these silver ones with the cotter pin safety lock. Let's see if they even fit my ankles. Again, the locks go towards the outside. Yeah, and I can get them on comfortably. And then I slide the cotter pin down. They actually feel a lot lighter than the black ones, so clearly they're made out of aluminum. And again, I feel a little adjustment when I first hang, and then they're quite comfortable and feel sturdy. I can even rock a little. And one of the main points of these is to decompress the spine. Inverting with handstands is great, but there's still compression, whereas here we're decompressing the vertebrae. And then to come up, I can grab on and slide them off. The Pro Boot here probably has the least weight and the least amount of material involved in it. So let's give this a try. It's got two buckles, so I'm going to put it through the two of them so I can cinch it up nicely and then bring it around so the Velcro points out. through them both, and then between like a belt. Snug it up, bring it around, even it out. So they feel pretty light also. I don't feel as secure. Maybe it's just that I'm not as used to them, but I do not feel the Velcro or do not hear the Velcro coming apart. So I don't think they're sliding or opening, but they probably would take a little getting used to. And I imagine that that Velcro is eventually going to wear out, whereas the clasp, probably not so much. Also, they're not quite as deep, so I'm not really comfortable starting to swing, although I could do some more general exercises. And because they move a lot, I actually got hooked there for a second and had to pop it off with my thumb. Something else to consider. Yeah, it says to push it down to the top of your ankle. Yeah. Looks good. Let's flip on up there. Now, you want to use the ring or you just want to flip up? Okay, I'm just here if you need me. Nice, right in the pocket. Good. So we'll start off with hanging and then we'll do a couple of the basic exercises. But first off, Scotty, compared to the other ones, how do these feel?
Much better.
Good.
More secure.
And definitely there's a lot more of the hook coming over the bar. So if you want to grab onto the sides and just do a little swing, right? Just push yourself and then just let yourself swing a little. So that gives a nice little bit of momentum to help a little more with distraction of the vertebrae, a little more decompressing. Are you breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I think it said in the book you should keep on breathing. All right. So come on up, Scotty, and hold with both hands just outside. Good. Now what we'll do is just hang here, try and let your back relax down, right? You're just holding on with your arms and legs. And then let your right arm come out to the side. Good, and just hang by the other three limbs. Good. Couple breaths there. Bring that up, left arm will hang. Bring that one up. Now see if you can unhook the right leg. Good, and let that hang. Good. And you see the left is still staying hooked, so it does shift your weight a little, but with these nice big hooks, you can still do that. And then bring it up. Let's try the left leg. Good. So this helps with a little rotational decompression in the spine, but then we also start to get more of the distraction on the hip joints as well when we do these different hangs. And go ahead and bring that one up. Good. And then go ahead and let go gently, lower yourself down, and just relax. So there are a number of different exercises here. Scotty, would you like a little stretch into extension? Good. And I'll help you out here a little. Just gently pushing. No, you just relax. Good, that's all right. You just relax. And I'm just changing where the focus of the stretch is by pushing him a little bit forward here. And I'm just on the back of his pelvis here. And before you get too comfortable, come on up. And go ahead and unhook yourself. Good. All right. So definitely the first couple times you do this, if you're not using one of the tables, you need to make sure that you have somebody with you, or you don't do so long that you get tired and you can't pull yourself up. Or that you have some kind of rope or ring here so that if you need to, you can walk your way up, grab on. Certainly there's a lot that can be done with inversion boots, and I hope that there's something that comes back not just into the therapeutic realm, but also into the physical culture and the typical gym environment. Thanks, Scott.